All right, I'm gonna start doing my little lab work over here for the chemistry class. All right, so the first thing that says over here is pour 25 ml of water into your graduate cylinder. So I'm gonna start pouring. Here's my graduate cylinder. Gonna start pouring water up to 25 ml. Slightly under it, so I'm gonna do a little more. Alright, so it looks like it's 25 ml, a little above 25 ml, just a little. Okay, so now it says record the volume of the water with the correct number of significant figures and units. So to me, it looks like it's 25, but it's between that 25 and 26. Somewhere it's like a little above than 25, but way below than 26. So I would record that just in case I wanted to show you guys. This is 25. So I'm gonna record that as 25.3 ml. Alright, the next step says obtain the glass sphere from your lab kit. Alright, so I did order the glass sphere, however, it's too big to fit in my graduate cylinder. So instead of the glass sphere, I'm gonna use this little pearl ball that's gonna fit into my graduate cylinder. So I'm gonna put that in there. Now that I put that in there, obviously the volume changes. Obtain the glass sphere from your lab kit. Okay, so now it says gently place the glass sphere in the graduate cylinder, which I did, and record the volume of the water and glass sphere with correct number of significant figures and units. All right. So this to me, it shows it's 25, 26, 27, 28. So it shows about 28. So I'm gonna write 28, a little less than 29. So it's going to be 28.8. Okay, now calculate the volume of sphere and report your answer in the correct number of significant figures and units. So obviously to calculate, I'm gonna use the calculator. Okay, so to calculate that, we have to subtract the volume of water and glass from the volume of water. That is 20.8 minus 25.3. That gives us 3.5. Now, since both numbers have, three significant numbers, I'm going to convert that 3.5 into 3.50 ml volume of sphere. Okay. Volume of water in ml in graduate cylinder step 1 using the correct number. Okay. I am also going to do my task at the same time. All right, so I recorded that unit and the reading. The next step says calculate the volume of sphere and report your answer in the correct. Okay, that has been done. Volume of block. All right, so I did not have exact block, but instead of the block, I've got this little box with some stuff in it. I'm gonna record the mass, I mean the volume of this box. Volume of block. Okay. All right, so to find out the volume of block, I need to width, length, and height. I need to find out the width, length, and height of this box. All right, so let's start with the length. Here's my ruler. All right, so on my ruler, the length of this box is about 14.9. So I'm gonna record that as 14.9. The width, which is this part, is about, that's about 5.4. So that's gonna be 5.4 centimeter. And the height of the box is, oh, I should do it like that. That's 15 point, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm measuring the length. Oh. Okay, so that's 5.3. So that becomes 5.3 centimeter. All right, now we're gonna calculate the volume of block and record your answer using the correct unit. Okay, so the volume, obviously the volume of the box is the length into the width into the height of the box that we just measured. That's 14.9 into 5.4 into 5.3. I'm gonna do a quick math over here. 14.9 in the calculator into 5.4 into 5.3. That gives me 426.438. Obviously now I have to convert the least number over here is the number that has the least amount of significant numbers is two significant numbers, which is 5.3 and 5.4. So I'm gonna convert that 426.438 into two significant number, which is gonna give me 4.3 into 10 raised to 2. Now this is going to be in milliliter or cubic centimeter because we had all the measurements of the box, all sides in centimeters. So then it's going to be 3 times centimeter multiplication. That gives us cubic centimeter, and 1 cubic centimeter is 1 milliliter. Okay, so that's going to be 4.3 into 10 to the power 2. I'm gonna record that information over here. All right. Obtain the graduate cylinder. Okay, now, okay, the next step is now place the block onto the balance and record the mass. All right, so I've got this little balance over here, the scale over here, and I'm gonna turn it on. I'm going to place this onto the, all right, so it says 49.99. All right, and that was in grams. I had multiple units of mass mentioned over here, but I'm going to use gram because that's the unit for mass. Obtain the graduate cylinder. All right, I'm going to obtain the graduate cylinder. That's one more. Determine the mass of the graduate cylinder by placing it onto the balance. All right, I'm gonna remove this water into another beaker over here. Graduate cylinder over here. And I'm gonna use this graduate cylinder for my next experiment. All right, so it says, the mass of the graduate cylinder says 7.18 grams, which is 7.18 grams. Remove the graduate cylinder from the scale and place 25 ml of water into the graduate cylinder. Okay, all right. I'm gonna place 25 ml of water one more time into this. I poured a little more. Okay, so it says 25 ml now. I'm gonna place, I think it's 25 ml, if you can see. All right, I'm gonna place that over our scale. Okay, determine the mass of the graduate cylinder and the water by placing it onto the balance. Okay, so that says 16.03 grams. All right, so that says 16.03 grams. I'm gonna place that down. All right, moving towards the next step. Calculate the mass of water using the correct number of significant figures and units. All right, so we need to calculate the mass of just the water. That means we have to subtract the mass of the cylinder from the mass of the beaker and the water. The graduate cylinder and the water. That was 16.03 and the mass of the cylinder was 7.18. So 16.03, 7.18 minus, that gives us 5, 13, That's 13. It's 9. And that becomes 5. And then that becomes 15. We'll borrow that. So that means it's 8.85. Alright, so that is 8.85. Now, since the two original numbers, which is 16.03 grams and 7.18 gram, they both have, one has 4 significant numbers, the other one has 3 significant numbers, and our answer is in 3 significant numbers already. So I would keep the answer as is, that is 8.85 grams. Now we're supposed to take this water into, this 25 grams of water into the beaker here. And then I have got my little thermometer over here to measure the temperature of water. And here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it on. And I'm going to measure. Okay, so it says 26.3. All right, it's still doing something. Okay, all right, it's steady now. It says 26.3 Celsius. Okay, so I'm gonna note that 26.3 Celsius. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna turn off our little video over here. Go back to my class and record my units in the quiz. See you guys.